Okay, welcome to a battle report here at the sector, kicking off a campaign. We got a bunch of people in the basement today. This is going to be a 2 versus 2 team battle. On this side, we're playing Big Guns Never Tire on a Vanguard Strike. Over here, we're going to have Red Hunter, Space Marines, and Inquisitors and teamed up with Iron Hands, Space Marines. Those guys are going to go up against Tyranids and Necrons. We're playing Big Guns on Vanguard Strike. We've got objectives here, here, here. 1, 2, 3.
One under the Turbogon here.
One underneath the Turbogon, and the 5th one is in front of that arc. I'll show you my list here. Space Marine Primary, Chapter Master on bike with Shield and Thunderhammer. 5 bikes as troops with 2 grab guns, 5 sniper scouts as troops with sniper rifles and cloaks, 1 Thunderfire cannon, and Inquisitor allies would be Kotiaz and a Xenos Inquisitor power armor and psychic powers and psychotrope grenades. They both have prescience, and Kotiaz has Scryer's Gaze. This squad of henchmen has 10 henchmen with storm bolters, 1 monkey, and 1 mystic. And then I'm bringing another squad in a Valkyrie with 4 4-point henchmen and 1 crusader. Teammate Iron Hands over here. What do you have?
1 Land Raider Crusader with a Tech Marine side, 2 Rhinos with 10 mans with missile launcher, plasma gun, 1 5-man and a Rhino with a plasma gun and a combi flamer, and 1 5-man on foot with a Librarian with a missile launcher.
Right, we're doing 1,000 points ahead here, so 1,000 points of Iron Hands, 1,000 points of Marines and Inquisitors. Tell us about the Tyranids here lined up, already deployed.
We got 20 Adrenal Gland Toxin Sac Hormagads, Turbogon with 3 Psychic Powers, Crushing Claws, Toxin Sacs, 2 Zoanthropes, the deck of Flyrant, and 2 Biovores with 3 Annihilation Barges.
And we have our reserves over here.
Yep. 15 Devourer Termagants and a Spore for the Tyranids.
And then 3 Night Sides with 5 Warriors each with a Storm Tech, and an Overlord with 2+, 3++, and a War Side.
Alright, so that's the Necrons and Tyranids. We won first turn, but we gave them first turn. It's going to be night fighting. They've deployed, and then we'll deploy over here, and we'll be back with all the season initiative and stuff. So that's the table. Alright, here's the deployment for the Imperial side. We had the 5-man unit here with the Flamer is there. The 10-man tactical unit is here. Librarian, other 10-man tactical there. For my stuff, we got the Scouts here, the Xenos Inquisitor here with the Stormbolter guys, and the Monkey and Mystic. Chapter Master and Bikes in here. Thunderfire and Kotiaz are back here. And Land Raiders here. So, let's see. We'll be back with seize the initiative in turn 1. Deployment.
I'm going to start off our shooting with those 2 mark plates at the battle wagon.
Go with your own pace, dude.
And reserves, we just have the Valkyrie coming in, reserves with the little squad in it.
He just bought a Primal Rage cabinet.
Alright, Tyranids and Necrons did their turn 1, and we saw the Hormagons move forward, the Flyrant fly forward, the Biovores tried to drop shots here and nicked the Tech Marine and the Inquisitor squad, ineffective due to them being in bolstered terrain here and making saves. And then Flyrant tried to drop shots into the scouts in the bolstered terrain. They made all of their, I think they did 7 wounds, but they made all of their 2-up saves. Zoanthropes moved forward into the building and laid down shots. I forget exactly where, but they were not effective. And Necrons in the back. It was night fighting. I don't think they were able to see anything effectively, right? Did we take any damage that turn? We took nothing. So we've started our turn with some bikes moving forward and troops deploying forward. We'll be back with turn 1 from the Imperial. This was just the beginning of turn 1 Imperial, the end of turn 1 for Necron mid. Alright, at the end of turn 1 for the Space Marines and Inquisitors, bikes moved forward and laid grab gun shots into the Flyran. He stayed in the air, but took, I believe, a wound and is going to have to make snapshots next turn. This Rhino moved forward and popped out. The guys with the flamers, they laid flamer templates into the gaunts here. The storm bolters fired into the gaunts. The thunder fire cannon fired into the gaunts. Did the Land Raider fire into the gaunts too?
Oh yeah.
And we were unable to wipe them out, but there's only 5 left. What else did we do? We tried to do some sniper shots and some missile launcher shots at the Zoanthropes, but they were able to keep their invulses going. And that is pretty much it for turn 1 for Imperials. No one has gotten first blood yet, and we were able to put a wound on the Flyran and whittle down the Hormigons to just 5. And night fighting will end this turn, so we'll be back with turn 2.
4 wounds there. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, at the end of turn 2 for the Necrons and the Tyranids, it was effective. Necron Flyer came on 1, 2. 2 of your flyers came on, 1 did not. Flyrant Vector struck and killed 2 bikes. The Necron shooting all into the Land Raider wrecked that. These Hormigons tried to charge these Marines, but they got killed back from the flamer and then rolled low
tried to shoot
on their charge. Zoanthropes tried to shoot and missed. These guys all dumped 45 shots into the Chapter Master and he took 2 wounds. And what else? Who popped this Rhino?
That was the snap firing annihilation barge.
Snap firing annihilation barge popped that. So,
what is that? What is that?
a lot of damage done by Necron and Tyranids. This is turn 2. We'll be back with turn 2 for Imperial. Okay, for turn 2 for the Imperial, we had the Valkyrie come on and dump some shots with prescience into the Flyrant, and he took 2 wounds. Also tried to shoot with all these storm bolters at him. He had to make 2 grounding tests, but he's still in the air. Snipers were ineffective against the Flyrant. What'd your Marines do? Your Marines moved forward and dumped some missiles into the Nids over here, I believe. These guys did a lot of shooting and killed some of the Gaunts here. I think pretty much nothing over here. And then the bikes with grab guns moved forward, shot at Zoanthropes, killed them, and moved forward. Actually, I am right. I should really adjust because I'm right in front of the Turbigon, which I didn't realize that I had. So let me adjust that so I can be right next to the Turbigon, which is in the building with the bikes. And then that's kind of it. We are getting beat up a little bit by Necron Nids, and that's how the board looks at the end of 2. Okay, top of turn 3 for Necron Tyranids. Everything over here swarmed around the Chapter Master and what used to be the bikes. And that was all done in the assault phase. Before that, we had the last flyer, Necron flyer came on. all the Necron flyers swarmed forward, and the flyer ant did a vector strike on the Valkyrie that used to be here, missed it, but then all this Necron shooting into the Valkyrie killed that. It crashed right there. What else happened over here? A bunch of Necron shooting, right?
Wrecked. So these guys came out. They passed their pinning test. He passed all his armor saves from this unit.
Necron shooting went into the Tech Marine. He survived. He made all the saves.
I think one dude died here, and that Rhino blew up this turn, or maybe that one.
Yes, and then in the assault phase, all the different Nids over here and the Turbigon over there all assaulted. The Chapter Master
failed to wound.
And he took, I don't know, he took like 11 wounds total, or 15 wounds total, and managed to not fail any saves. So he still has 2 wounds and is blocked in multi-assault. And that is the game at the mid-turn 3. Okay, at the end of turn 3 for the Imperials, what all happened? We have general shooting, the Xenos Inquisitor Prescience, the Marines over here, and they dumped a bunch of fire into the Necrons that were over there. Wiped out one squad, right? Fully wiped out a squad of Necrons over here, right?
Yep, and then these guys...
And then the Thunderfire did a bunch of wounds, but between reanimation and everything, only like 2 or 3 ultimately died. Sniper shot into these Nids and killed a few. Tried the las cannon into here. Oh wait, I think we might be trying to do an assault. I'm not sure. Did he not assault in here?
John, did you assault?
Were you gonna assault this?
He can't. He fired rapid fire.
Okay.
Fired rapid fire because I'm a
Was unable to fire that. And then let's see, what else did we do? Really, the damage over here in the shooting phase was the Necrons that were killed over here, and then in the assault phase, Chapter Master continues to tank all these wounds. He put 2 more wounds on Turbigon, and only has 2 wounds left. And he tanked several sets of wounds from the 3 units that he's in assault with. So that's that. Turn 3, kind of hanging on, but still pretty dominant game from Mid Necron, and that's the turn. That's a table after turn 3. Okay, at the end of bottom of 4 here for the. Oh yeah, they're gonna finish this. There's an assault finishing here. I'll let them just do it while I wrap things up. So basically, what all happened from Necron Tyranids? You guys,
I just moved up to cover the objective.
Barges moved forward on the objective.
Chapter Master finally died.
They shot down on this unit, killed 4 of them. This combat resulted.
Yeah, and then this combat was probably the most interesting thing. Chapter Master resisted the combat from the 2 different squads of Nids, and then simultaneously killed himself and the Turbigon in combat. And then the Turbigon did its synapse explosion and killed some more Nids. So there's a few left consolidated in the building, but that all combat went crazy this here. And then over here, the Flyrant tried to assault in, shot in, and did a wound to the cannon, and then tried to assault in and was killed in Overwatch due to the servo harness flamer on the Tech Marine. So we're going to do our turn 4, and that Marine died in assault. He died bravely.
After burning,
we salute
many
him.
guns.
And that is the end of bottom of turn 4. We'll be back with Imperial turn 4. Okay, for bottom of 4, we had Space Marines move this way and shoot into the 2 squads of Necrons, killed this squad and reduced them down only by 2 because 2 got back up. Failed attack into the barge here was ineffective, and snipers were ineffective. We tried to shoot the Thunderfire over here, and scattered and missed everything. So the best part of the round here was getting moving Necrons back off this objective here. Continue to hold this objective here and this objective here, and Necron Nids still have this objective here.
Necro
this
Nids
objective here. What else do we have? We have 1 Warlord. You have First Blood.
And Linebreaker.
You have line. You no longer have Linebreaker, right? Well.
Yeah, right up. No, you're right.
You don't really have Linebreaker
right
now. So I guess we're gonna have to go into turn 5 and have any kind of decisive. Top of 5 for Tyranids and Necrons. Saw what all happened here. Flyers came back on. These two flyers dumped fire into the Thunderfire cannon, and Thunderfire cannon resisted, took the attacks. These Necrons here fired into here. What'd you kill? 1 or something here?
I think I netted 1 death. No, he feel no
Oh,
pained
he
it.
feel no pained it. Yeah.
Nothing. I did nothing.
What this flyer do? Anything?
This flyer also fired at the small Space Marine unit. The big Space Marine unit got barraged by the whatever these are, and I think 1 guy died.
And then some fire over here killed 1 henchman here.
The librarian took 1 wound from the Annihilation Barge, and then
and then the Hormigons assaulted it. It killed the Hormigons, and then consolidated forward on the barge. And that's about it. We're gonna do bottom of 5 for Imperial. Okay, we've rallied into turn 6.
Right now it's tied.
Right now we have a tie score with Imperials have 1, 2 objectives. Xenos has 1, 2 objectives. We've killed the Flyer Ant, so we have a Warlord point. They have First Blood. We have a point for killing the. No, he wasn't Warlord. My Xenos was my Inquisitors. So basically, we both have a point for killing a heavy. We killed the barge. They killed a raider. They have First Blood. We have Warlord. We each have 2 objectives. We're going to go and do turn 6. What we did in turn 5 was move forward on these guys. How many Necrons did you kill? You killed
2.
2, and you put some wounds on the Warlord.
1 wound, yep.
These units over here wiped out the Nids over here. This Tech Marine assaulted and wrecked the barge, and I believe that's about it. But we are in a pretty exciting game here. So we're going to go on to turn 6. Alright, in turn 6 for the Tyranids and Necrons. Tyranids were, you had no synapse really, so you had guys lurking here and no line of sight on this guy here. The Necrons turned all their flyers at the Warlord, the Librarian that was right here. He was wiped out by, I believe, the 2nd round of Necron flyer shooting. And then over here, any shooting or just assault?
Just assaulted. 1 warrior died on Overwatch, and the Overlord took a wound.
Alright, so...
And 2 Marines died, and we're...
As far as points, it's no longer a tie because you guys now have a Warlord point for killing one of our Warlords over here. Yep. And we'll do our turn, bottom of turn 6. What'd you forget? You forgot Feel No Pain again?
Oh wait, they were APT.
Alright. Yeah, they were.
Alright, so here we are at the bottom of turn 6. We are rolling to see if the game goes on. So who's going to make the roll?
I rolled last time. Because game goes on.
Game goes on.
Turn 7.
Alright, so what happened in this turn, really the only thing of note is, Thunderfire missed the point over here on the Biobore. And then, what happened here? This assault...
the big unit of Marines joined the assault. They did 0 wounds. They ended up doing 2 wounds, but I made the saves. I did 2 wounds back. They both failed their leadership check, passed their initiative test, so they ran away.
They ran off the objective, and now we are going to go into turn 7. So we'll see how things rally around this objective in turn 7. I think this kind of ends it. So in turn 7 for the Necrons, basically all the important thing that they needed to do was get in assault here with these TAC Marines. In the Overwatch, what'd you get? 3 hits in Overwatch, and you did
both
plasma gun
on Overwatch.
Both plasma guns hit on Overwatch, and so you auto killed the last Necron, auto killed the Warlord.
The Warlord failed his 3-0.
Oh, the Warlord failed his invulnerable. So that is going to give us another. We have 2 Warlord points, and the
3 objectives.
Objective is no longer contested. And
11 plus you got a heavy 12 plus.
So
it's 12, 2, 3, 6.
Total points.
7,
Somebody's
12
calculating.
12 to 8.
12 to 8. Imperial 12, Necron Tyranids 8, and that was a really good game. Gentlemen, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Any highlights of the game? I would definitely say highlights of the game for me was my chapter master just sucking up tons of wounds in this combat here.
The game not ending.
Probably critical for you guys was killing Land Raider early, like turn 1, killing the Land Raider. That was big. The flyer onslaught killed my flyer right off.
Thunderfire making all armor
Thunderfire
saves.
made a ton of armor saves, which was beneficial. Super fun game, really beautiful models, and back and forth, up and down. Looked really good for Necrons at the beginning of the game, and then things really turned around there, and that lucky Overwatch kind of cinched the deal. So that's how things ended up here at the sector. We're in South Hadley, Mass, and you'll be seeing more battle reports here. That's how it ended up.
We got the Empress Fury.
We got campaign starting, more games going on, all kinds of stuff going on tonight. That's a battle report. Check out the channel, NViz, like it, leave comments, etc. That's how things left up.